This spot right here is called, well, somebody named it Cafe on the Beach because it's a cafe on the beach. Cafe on the beach. Okay. The real name is Playa El Tesoro. That's what this beach is called, Playa El Tesoro. And it's a really nice beach. It's really shallow, quite a bit out. So you can see, can you see? There's a boat, a sailboat anchored right there last night. There's actually two, one there and one there. They have to be that far out because otherwise it's way too shallow. On low tide, this goes probably 50 to 75 yards out. So this is kind of halfway between like camping on the beach and being at a campground, because we do have to pay to camp here. Just in the parking lot, 100 pesos. You don't get anything except for the use of their toilet, which is like right there. Not the prettiest toilet, but it is a toilet that flushes. You got to bring your own toilet paper, but it is a toilet that flushes, which is kind of a plus when you're camping in when you're living, I should correct myself, in a truck camper like that, where going to the bathroom is not as easy as it is on our Airstream. So 100 pesos. The other reason why we're here is because it's closest to the ferry dock. We got to go back there today because last night or yesterday, after we got our got our registration, our conversion for our truck to a motorhome, the place that issues temporary import permit had already closed. So we're going back there this morning to make sure we get that first, and then we're going to look into getting our ferry ticket before we're heading back into town to do some work, do some last minute kind of shopping and wrapping things up. We're not too worried because the ferry is going to take overnight. We'll be there by morning. And once we get across, we'll be at Mazatlan, which is a huge town, a huge city, I should say. So we're packed up, we're ready to go. This is our last night in Baja. Nice beach. We'll be back again soon. I don't know when, but soon. What are we waiting for here? You very shy? How come there's no face swapping? Thumbs down. Why are you giving me thumbs down? Hey, double thumbs down.
No.
So many fingers down. That's the most fingers down I've ever seen. What are we doing here?
And we need a copy.
Copy of each. Okay.
Let's go make copies.
Huh?
We need to go make copies, yeah?
Yeah, yes. I need just one. You can put this one together in the same page.
Okay.
I just need to see.
Yeah. You need a copy of anything else? Okay.
I'll just go, I'll wait here.
Okay.
This is the office that's giving us grief, but it looks like it's gonna work out. So we're done at the ferry dock. I got some information for you, but I'll tell you later, because right now I'm focusing on this thing. Best carnitas torta in Baja. We've been trying to come to this place for the last like 4 days. We tried 2 other times, and both times they've been closed. I don't really know exactly what days they open, but so good. How good is that torta?
So good.
Let me see.
That.
What's so good about it?
I don't know, the bread's toasted perfectly. It's not stale.
It's like soft bread, toasted.
Guacamole, onions, tomatoes, wrapped in lollipop wrapper. Dum-dums.
Yeah, look at that. That's new. Maybe that's what they were doing when they were off, looking for new wrappers. They did increase the price. The torta used to be 50 pesos, now it's 60, since about a little over a month ago. Still worth it. 60 pesos. Okay. quick update to everything that transpired today. We're still in La Paz. Not because we necessarily wanted to, it's just at the moment it was the best choice. We went to the ferry this morning, as you saw earlier in the video. We kind of got the initial step out of the way, which is getting that temporary import permit. Unfortunately, we were only able to get 6 months worth, starting from the moment we entered into the country, which was January 9th. For some reason, we got this manager at the customs office to write like a note in the back saying that, oh, he's overweight, but we're making an exception for him to do it. And we brought it back to the payment office. They looked at it. Instead of giving us the usual 10-year import permit, they only gave it to us for 6 months, which I don't really get, but at least we got something. We have to leave the country at the end of that 6 months anyways, even if it's just for a day to come back. But the trouble is, each time we come back, we'll have to reapply for that permit, and we might run into the same problem if we end up doing that. Now, the argument the guy was making was that, well, when you leave the country, you would return the permit anyways, and when you come back in, you have to reapply, regardless how long that initial permit was for. So, we're going to have to do it anyways. It's not going to be as easy. But at least we've done it once, which means the next time, hopefully, it'll be easier. Then we try to look for a departing ferry today, and we went to, there's 2 options in town. There's TMC, and then there's Baja ferries. There's TMC and there's Baja ferries. Both places said that they were either full or didn't have a ferry going to Mazatlan, which turned out to be only half true. I guess TMC did have a ferry going to Mazatlan, and they thought they were full, but turns out they were not full, because our friends Nathan and Renee, they got there last minute. They were kind of in a rush. They kind of got everything set up and just waited in line. And if you're waiting in line for a last minute sort of standby situation, people just don't show up. People that have tickets just don't show up, I guess, and there's room on the ferry. Had we done that, we probably would have gotten on today. And part of me feels like that we should have gone back and done that, but part of me is kind of glad that we stayed. We can try again tomorrow, because there's another ferry, TMC ferry, tomorrow. I'm kind of glad that we're staying put here for another day, just because we got to do laundry. I feel kind of under the weather again for some reason. I just took a Tylenol. Hopefully it'll make me feel better. And I had to catch up on some work. I had a long meeting today. My Wednesdays are usually longer meetings in the morning, so I had to do that. And did the ferry thing at noon. And in the afternoon, rather than waiting around, we came over here to this campground. That's another thing. We're at this campground that we don't particularly like. It's actually a very nice campground, but the people that run it came across as not very nice people to us. I won't go into details, and I won't name any names. That's how we feel about it. But we had to come here because we need to do laundry, and as far as we know, they have the only self-serve laundromat here. All the other laundry places, you have to bring it in, and they were all busy for days on end for some reason. I guess people came back from spring break and just brought back loads and loads of laundry. So that is what pretty much this whole day has been, and we're going to hopefully get a good night's sleep, wake up, get some work done in the morning, drive over to the ferry dock again, just stay there the entire afternoon and wait for a spot on the ferry. If that doesn't work out, there's always Monday.